Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fitriana and my NPM is 250220100056. So in this video I would like to tell about a movie that I watched for extensive listening course for the ninth week. So for this week, I watched a movie that with the title is Deep Water. So let's start. So the story begins with a passenger plane flying over a vast ocean, which is uh, terbang di tengah lautan. So everything seems normal until a power bank belonging to one of the passengers, which is Ben. His name is Ben. Suddenly malfunctions. At first, no one realized the danger, but within minutes, the damaged power bank started a fire, which eventually causes an explosion inside the aircraft. Panic spreads quickly among the passengers while the cabin crew struggles to control the situation. The pilots attempt an emergency landing, but the damage is already too severe. Within moments, the plane crashes into the ocean. Um, the plane just falls into the ocean out of hundreds of passengers. Out of hundreds of passengers, only a few managed to survive. Then the survivors gather around the wreckage, hoping that rescue teams will arrive soon. But unfortunately, the storm faced even bigger problems. Besides dealing with hunger, thirst, and exhaustion, they discover that sharks are circling the crest site. Every attempt to swim for help or move to a safer location becomes a life or death gamble. One by one, survivors begin to fall. Some die from injuries caused by the crash, while others become victims of shark attacks. As time passes, the tension grows because no one knows whether help will arrive before it's too late. So, as the story reaches its climax, only a handful of survivors remain. After facing countless challenges, losing friends, and narrowly escaping death several times, a small sense of hope finally appears. But meanwhile, Ben, which is the passenger whose power bank caused the tragedy, meets a tragic fate. While trying to save himself, he is attacked and eaten by a shark. And then earlier, the survivor had managed to contact the outside world and send their location. After a search operation is launched, rescuers finally find them and begin the evacuation process. The remaining survivors are safely brought aboard a rescue vessel after enduring fear, exhaustion, and constant shark attack, they finally make it out alive. In the end, the survivors returned safely to land, although many lives were lost during the tragedy. Those who remained are given a second chance at life. And yes, the movie ends on a happy note. One lesson we can learn from this film is that a single careless mistake can have devas- devastating consequences for many people. A damaged power bank may seem like a small problem, but in this story, it it becomes the cause of a deadly disaster. The movie also highlights the importance of teamwork and perseverance during difficult times. The survivors are able to stay alive because they support one another, remain calm, and never stop fighting for survival. So, the main lesson from this film is to always be careful, even with things that seem insignificant. And no matter how difficult a situation may be, there is always hope as long as we keep fighting and never give up. So, no, don't give up in every situation, guys. And one thing I really appreciated about this movie was the plane malfunction sequence before the crash. It felt incredible, realistic, and intense, making the entire disaster much more believable. That scene alone kept me fully engaged. And honestly, it's one of the reasons why I enjoyed this movie so much. So, this movie is really good, and for me, it's 9 9 dari 10. Yeah, that's really good, guys. So, that's all for the ninth week, and I'm so sorry for uh if there is any word or my accent that I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for my mistake, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.